Hello, and welcome to another Rangaroo cast, me Rangaroo, and today we are doing a 1v1 on Mudfight. So, on the left hand side in blue, playing as Blue 4 or Eurocore, we have Cyril. And on the right hand side in red, playing as AmberT Mechanized, we have AmberT. So, pretty usual stuff. I mean, we've got a bloody AmberT deck, and it's Mechanized too, so probably a lot of MT60PB and Proletariat spam, I'm going to guess. Going to speed things up and get things going. Eurocorp as well, which is definitely an interesting choice. I haven't really seen that too much, I want to say, in the past few casts. But yeah, we got a bit of a helicopter rush with a Hara and some MI35s. We just took a Zell Cannonair from Cyril, nothing really too fancy. And yeah, we've got 3 M84s, 3 OTCs, and an ATGM vehicle. With Blue 4 sent in a bit more of a buffier force, a lot more infantry with AMX 10 RCs, and they do have a Leopard 2A4, which will definitely help with dealing with those M84s. Now the Hinds are trying to get some shots on the infantry. Very good smoke here from Cyril, allowing him to get into the town ASAP, and of course it's modified. So, getting into the town is the most important thing you can do. And that F4 getting a very nice kill on the Hind, and then promptly getting his butt out of there. And oh, he's got Legion 90s, which, well, Legion 90s are not to be messed with. Especially with that ATGM. Commander Paris taking the point. And the 84s are flanking around. It is rather interesting, AmberT, having them all scooped up in one big unit. Usually want to split up your tanks, at least in groups of 2. But hey, whatever floats your boat. But this is very good for Cyril, managing to take the town, and that's going to be a very good defensive point. There's nothing really too much here that can threaten him. You do have the Mechanovas aren't going to be trying to go into the air, because that is not exactly the best place to attack. He's moving up some stuff into Foxtrot to just get a bit of eyes on it. The other AMX 10 RC doing its thing, scaring off the Tatra or truck. And we've got the KWS flying around. I'm wondering if AmberT gets bloody L19 and mechanized. I'm not entirely sure. Because that F4 could definitely pose to be quite a nasty threat to enemy planes. We also got a pretty good AA net set up already. We've got a Roland 3 and a Crow down here. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but in a 1v1 that is pretty substantial. And yeah, he's just doing a great job holding Alpha, you know, and securing Delta 2. I think really for AmberT's best bet is to try and completely capture Foxtrot, maybe attacking to Charlie or Delta through the top hand side. Because he's starting to move some forces around here, some M84s. There are no recon versions, so not going to be doing any snipey kills really, just with the standard M84s. And the Vab's trying to move through, getting some eyes on, does get killed with Commander Power's unloading, and got also second Vab's moving up. They don't want to expose himself because they are getting drugged out. We've got Milan shooting up the truck, and yeah, should die. There we go. And even the Panther joining in a bit on the fun. Down at the bottom, pretty much completely under his control. Or under Cyril's control, I should really say. I know this is probably the best thing AmberT can do, try to get into this strip hand force here and putting pressure onto Charlie. It's a bit harder to do, yeah, and fighting over Alpha and bottom. Longer supply route really. But it is doable. You know, he really needs to get up some AA, because these helicopters are proven to be a rather pain in the butt. He's bringing up Cub M4, it ain't exactly the best thing to bring to a helicopter fight. Though he does have the AN, the sneaky, breaky tank. And Cyril just has very good map control. I think what's really helping him a lot is that he has tank advantage. He's got a Leopard 2A4. It's really the only heavy tank he has on the field right now. But compared to AmberT, Mechanized, all he can bring up AmberT is M84As and the AN, and the AN is a rather tough customer. It still doesn't have the armor, so 2A4 will be able to 2 to 3 shot it. Now, AmberT really doesn't need to take advantage of the infantry. Can't really do that on this top hand side. It's a lot of open ground. Down below here, it's really would be the best bet to attack with infantry. I know it's saying his best bet would be attack up top just earlier, but reconsidering, yeah, you can really bring up a lot of infantry to bear down in. The tanks would prove to be a much more useful in that close range forest engagement. It's just going to be a pain because it doesn't have the town under his control. And you've got the M84 squaring off with the Leopard 2A4. A little bit outgunned, he is going to be forced to fall back. I think at range, and yeah, Supretnar's helping out too, and the Aggrier going in for the seed kill on the Cub. Barely getting out of that, with only 2 HP, and the Leopard 2A4 going to be forced to resupply. We got a second one being brought up. His brother, Fennenbach. I really should start pronouncing unit names more often. Oh, rather funny, especially when you get to Yugoslavia. I mean, we've got Danny here, Minak, Christian, that's not really too fancy, yeah. Berabek. Some rather funny names to an Anglo man, such as myself. And we've got Super Gleb. Not going to be going in for the Leopard 2 kill because of the F4 in the sky. Too bad he evac it, yo, because he probably in a safe time now to try and hit the Leopard or Leopard. And, yeah, it's still looking good for Cyril in terms of map advantage. He may want to start getting some CVs, as he gets one in Delta and Alpha. That's going to be the all-important +2 point advantage. And you do need a +2 point advantage. It's always very nice to have that. It isn't exactly taking advantage of the map control that he has in terms of points. And we've got Super Glad being brought up, and I think he's going to be going for the Leopard 2. There is no F4 in the sky. And drill the UKRA do its thing. Oh, I mean an aircraft, and it doesn't get the kill here. The Leopard 2 surviving barely. I think M84s may be able to finish it off. It does. And they are pretty good tanks of M84s. It's just an, yeah, essentially just an AN without the recon stuff, but no, not too bad. It's just the armor's a bit lacking. When fighting against super heavies, that is. And the Mechanovas doing their best, fighting against some Chasseurs. I think, yeah, they do win against the Chasseurs because MG42 rules supreme 50s, yeah, like 50 years later. Considering this game takes place in the 90s now. Late 90s. Some would say 20 Trove, but I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, things are rather quiet for Cyril. Bit of mortaring. He's still holding on to Charlie, which is the most important thing. I mean, AmberT can hold his forest all he wants, but if he needs to do serious damage, he needs to get into here. And I don't think it's going to be happening, because he has a lot of stuff now around this area. So really, it may be best for AmberT to refocus and try to take bottom outside again. Maybe get control of the town. As Tornado drops bomb, the aggro comes in, gets a kill on the Cub. Actually rather interesting, he's using... Oh, he's using the good Cubs, never mind. I thought the rather crappy 45 point ones, but no, that's pretty reasonable. Pretty reasonable indeed. No, it's, yeah. Oh yeah, they are the good ones. I'm thinking, yeah, the Book is the good version of the Cub, but I guess it's the exception to the rule. The Cub that could Book. And J22 going in for a strafing run near the rocket's gonna be getting out because there's only a Roland 3 in the bottom hand side. Maybe in Cyril's best interest get another AA unit or two. He definitely is bringing up the tank advantage. 2A5, 2A4 now. I mean, just the 2A5 alone is going to be enough to do a lot of damage to his M84s. The good thing is AmberT does have a lot of numbers to his advantage. It's going to be in Cyril's best interest to try to keep the tanks as far away as possible and just let the armor do the talking. J22 does come in, gets a kill with the Mavericks. But up at J5, those M84s can't pen it at max range. They have to get to roughly 2,000, I want to say, like 2,000, 1,900 range to actually do damage, and even then it's only going to be +1. And there we go, Cyril finally bringing in a goddamn CV. And that is going to net him the +1 point advantage, if he unloads it, that is. Any day now. No, there's no rush, no pressure. You know, look away if you want to get out, so you don't feel embarrassed. There we go, the command group popping out the helicopter. And AmberT is gearing up once again for a show top. And it's too bad that he doesn't have any like plamons or smoke, because smoke would help him an awful lot attacking this area. Because he just needs to get closer with his tanks to do the damage. And the Malant and Leopard 285s and whatnot is well, the main thing really stopping him. But at close range, those M84s can definitely even out the odds. Yo, it is Cyril that will be doing the smoking. As the Mechanovas just get completely lit up by all the APCs in the forest. Panther being brought up, gonna be snebbing him with its sneb rockets. Good old salvo in a Rango the infantry. And the Vabs is slowly but surely picking off that lone Mechanova squad. And AmberT says he has all his stuff up here. Now he's going to be doing an assault. And he just needs to get ground on the Leopard 285. He needs to get extremely close to her. I believe it, yeah, it's like 1.9 kilometers. 2 kilometers, yeah, so he needs to get a bit closer. Does kill the Crow Tower, which is a very good thing to kill. And an AMX-4 turret, I don't think is going to help. It might help a bit. He doesn't have the armor, so as you can see, it being on the front line wasn't exactly the best idea. And the Leopard 285, he's doing the smart thing, he's doing a rolling retreat, allowing the M84s to get closer into his sector. And as you can see, our Leopard is just doing shot after shot after shot. And good thing it has very good stabilizers. Oh, Super Galeb coming in. And there's an Oreo at first, not managing to get any hits. And here's a Super Galeb. Yo, I believe he'd lose his line of sight for a second. But oh, he does take one missile. And now the Leopard 285 is only on 1 HP. Yeah, the good thing is AmberT is going to be pulling out here too. I mean, honestly, we up at a field of view. It's an entire battlefield, but if he were to keep on attacking, he could have killed that Leopard 285. There wasn't really too much here that could kill him. The Panthers will scare him off, but that's really it. But AmberT is going to be backing out. He did lose a lot of tanks, and he's made decent ground. This is now pretty much a no man's land. But yes, he needs to get stuff into these little forest strips here if he wants to keep control, and that's what he needs to do, is get control. And the Super Etnard missing with his missile. And down below, yeah, things are going rather swimmingly, just nothing really here from AmberT. You do got some diners being brought up now with pretty nice ATGM missiles. Pretty good tank overall for 65 points. I mean, even the gun's pretty decent, except for the stabilizers, but hey, that's a only raw KOTOR tank fair. Jaguar coming in, kills another cub. He's been really good with that seed, bringing that up most of the time. And Super Etnard getting a few kills as well. And T-55 is trying to close the gap, but the Tigra had coming in at the final second, getting some snipes. That's like a buried Yugo plane. Or it's like a land plane, like a land shark. This is funny, that texture is... AmberT is trying to get some foothold into his big around Forest and Delta, but we got Milan free on the flank here. And well, only one squad of Panzergrenade, and of course the Tigre Hadra doing most of the damage. The Leopard 5 after being R&R'd is ready to go to the front line once again. And it's in perfect position to flank his assault. Takes the missile from the drag, but hey, it doesn't care. Because it's Leopard 5. Yo, oh, good hit. Jamming the weapons, yeah. And damn, that drag did managed to do quite a bit, at least forcing that Leopard to fall back for now. And this is going to allow AmberT to now get some infantry to fight into his forest, as he has managed to close the gap. You do got all Schwarzenegger 90, no, Schwarzenegger 90, so Arnold Schwarzenegger taking it to the battlefield. And Rail, they got spacecraft guns, so yeah, good luck here, Mechanovas. I mean, the PBs are definitely going to help out, but and see, just getting completely stunned up by the Foundshakers immediately. And you've got a Mortar 2 in the flank, providing some fire support. We're going to move out a bit closer to see if we can hit the PBs. And just doing a very good job. Completely suppressing the infantry, forcing the Force Shaker to fall back. If you need to get more infantry to really assault the forest, only fire support can only go so far. And there we go, Panther and AMX is flanking along the side, trying to knock out the IFVs. And the Leopard 5 now resupplying once again. And AmberT is actually making some very good headway into this forest, and if he can hold this area, that'll be absolutely fantastic, because you can pretty much deny reinforcements into Alpha, and also you can use it to attack Charlie. It's a very pivotal area to control, but with only a handful of infantry still holding it for Cyril. And Leopard 5 moving completely unsupported. Oh no. I mean, it may be a super heavy, you know, German engineering, Tiger Tank nonsense, but it's just a little bit outgunned here by itself. And old AN going in. I think the drugs may lose line of sight. Yep. The forest blocking LRS. And though the diners miss, or the M84 I should say, and he just needs to get it all the way out of there. Another miss. Oh god. Super Etnard saving the Leopard, yeah, killing both tanks in a time of need. And a Gazelle cannon coming in, cavalry's here. Thank god, that was rather scary seeing that Leopard fall back. I mean, it's amazing. This is probably the third time it's got damage and he's managed to get out of there. And that's the thing about AmberT, he really needs to focus. Oh, there we go, I was about to say. The best way for him to kill Leopards is with his airplanes, and he just did so. Because of his engagements with the M84s, once they go, you know, south, he just pulls back. And this is a very good area to pull back in, as you got a lot of forest cover to rail defend you. But that plane coming in right at the end and getting a sneaky kill definitely helped him. Now, if we look at things in the point advantage, Cyril is in the lead by an awful lot, 241-0. And there's only 12 minutes left, so if AmberT wants to take this, yeah, he needs to get a CV into Charlie first up, but more importantly, I think he's going to need a +2 point advantage if he wants to be safe. They got Mechanovas flanking around bottom, but we got a Kaz? Wow! I never use this unit. It's usually pretty crap. I mean, it's a 15-point autocannon, but still, it's a bit dated. Oh, I've never seen that really been used. So, yeah, it makes me happy. That's a unicorn for the day. And there we go, all the infantry being brought in. This is exactly what AmberT needs to do. Taking advantage of his infantry deck or mechanized deck and completely clearing out the forest. And now, having this forest under his control will do him wonders, essentially. Because now he can starve out Alpha if he wants to do that. You know, I think for only 10 minutes he just needs to focus on completely capping Charlie. It's still an Alpha. Yeah, it's a lot, yeah. An awful lot, yeah. And it's all rather spread out, so I don't think he's going to have enough time to clear it, and he's going to be doing the smart thing and getting into his stand, which will doubly help. I'm trying to think of words here to solve out Alpha. And these guys are now completely surrounded here. I mean, damn, you don't really see a complete, like, encirclement like is all that much in Wargame. So these Frenchies and Germans are going to have to do over 9 minutes without really any support. Now, but he is gaining that very small plus 1 point advantage. And if I was him, I would stock up on artillery and play battleship trying to find the enemy CV. I think OT, they're not going to find it in time. And Cyril, well, losing the Laboratory 5 was a huge blow. That's 170 points. To put it on perspective, you get 7 points a second. That's roughly 2 minutes of points gone. And it's only a 40-minute match, so yeah, that's quite a big loss. And he has a Laboratory 4 and an AMX-40. Even though he does have the stealth tank, it's a pretty cheesy tank. It pretty much can kill the AMX-40 without it being seen. We also got the ATGM guys here. Yeah, a lot of ATGMs, which is definitely going to be the main problem if he wants to attack the tanks and the diners on the flank. And if he gets too close to the town, the Proletariat are just going to wreck him with their wicked rocket launcher. But the thing is, AmberT needs a plus 2 point advantage, and he's not getting it. I mean, he can defend Charlie all he wants, but he just needs to attack it. And the L-18 gets the kill here. And at this rate, AmberT is probably going to get to like 150 points, maybe 200, which is not going to be enough. He did force the CV to move in Alpha, and damn, actually, that's probably his best bet. Because if he kills the CV in Alpha, it's gonna be pretty hard to get it back in there. He's gonna play infantry CV in flight round here, which will take longer than flying just direct. So that could be a possible alternative. I think he just sniped the CV in Charlie, which is gonna give him the very important +2. And even just a +2 point advantage for 1 minute will do absolute wonders for AmberT's point game. And yeah, it may look cheesy, because it kind of is, but this is the best way AmberT can fight on the open ground. Just get as many infantry ATGMs as you can, and just make him walk across the open plain slowly but surely. And Cyril is trying to close the range of the Leopard 4, but that's a lot of ATGMs, man. And yeah, he's just getting hit from all sides. Heinz, Concords, drugs, diners, you name it. And yeah, it's completely destroyed. Well, the thing is, AmberT, 4 minutes, 120 point advantage. Still a lot to catch up to, and we got the infantry CV all the way back here, which is a lot of ground he has to cover. And because he's using infantry, it's going to take him a long time. And there we go, Laboratory 5 being brought up. And you may be thinking, what the hell do you do against infantry ATGMs? Laboratory 5 has to close in quite a bit of a gap, and it will take hits. The best way you can deal with it is to just mortar them. I mean, it's working right well for Cyril now, because they run out of ammo, so we can just get close and plop him, like so. But if you're at a long range, fight, and those infantry ATGMs are ruining your tanker game, mortar the absolute crap out of them, because even just one 25-point mortar. Just one barrage is usually enough to kill a two-man squad out in the open. The hard thing is trying to aim it to make sure that, you know, it hits. But, no, that's the price you pay. And SU-2M4 trying to get the kill, but the command infantry on the sneaky spot. And I think Cyril is just going to win because the clock is in his favour. And he does manage to completely clear out Charlie at the end of the game, but I think maybe AmberT just didn't bother buying anything else because, you know, he's buggered. And that will be a good game. Cyril beating an Entente deck with a Eurocorp deck, so congratulations on that. And he does get kill advantage by only 400. And, well, he won that match because he got the town early on. If AmberT had that town at the start of the match, he would have easily won that match because he could just play his infantry game down in alpha, and there wasn't really be too much that Cyril could do. He can't out-infantry Entente because no alpha faction can really out-infantry mechanize Entente. But Cyril, he played the open ground game. He did take quite a lot of losses with his tanks, but it was better for him to play at open ground than it was to play close range infantry fighting, and so he forced AmberT to do so, or AmberT chose to do so because he attacked around top, and yeah, the tanks helped him out. He lost a lot, but like I said, better to fight the open ground and to get, you know, sanked at close quarters combat by an angry Southern Yugo. And well, I'm going to leave it at that. This has been another Rangroo cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as usual, please just take it easy.